Hi, I'm Arun Talukdar. I assist CSoft software users on technical issues. We will discuss about CSoft license server on this video. License server will be connected to different client systems or users where the applications will be installed and will connect to the license server to run on the user system. Requirement to set up a CSoft license server: you need serial number and license file from CSoft or only a serial number. License server setup.exe that will be available on FTP or you can download from the description below of this video. And the applications obviously you need to run on client system. So these are the basic requirements to set up a CSoft license server. CSoft license file basically generated based on MAC address or MAC ID or disk ID or hardware log. Remember, on the registration wizard we call ID1 to MAC address and ID2 to disk ID or disk address or ID code. MAC address is a media access control address which is specific or unique for a specific system. Or so based on MAC address we generate license file. To know MAC address of your system, you can actually use DOS environment and type command ipconfig/all. It will show you the physical address of your system. Here on the second screen you can see the physical address of my system. You can also use LM tool. You need to click on double click on LM tool.exe to generate the MAC address. Also using this you can download the LM tool from the description of this video. Also even you can use the registration wizard of CSoft license server setup to note the MAC address of your system and also the volume disk ID. Now let's talk about the disk volume ID or disk ID. This is also a unique ID of a system that will be used to generate license for CSoft. To find the disk volume ID you can go to DOS prompt and type command VOL, hit enter. It will display the disk volume ID. You can also get disk volume ID from the registration wizard as we already discussed. Rocky log. You can use Rocky log to generate CSoft license or use CSoft license. Log is a convenient way to move your license from one system to another. So CSoft license server supports Rocky log and you can use the Rocky log to handle CSoft license server and also standalone license both. How to install or use Rocky log with your server or your system: just insert the Rocky log to the right port and use the Rocky log or Rocky dongle reader and double click the exe file to read the dongle code. So we will be installing CSoft license server on my system, considering my system as a server, and we will connect to a client system where WiseImage is installed. WiseImage 18 is already installed but not licensed yet. Applications we'll be using, as I said, we will be using WiseImage Pro and the license will be for 2 users network, hard lock based, that's Rocky lock. The serial number is this on the screen, and the lock we are using on this case, Rocky lock number, is this. The tools we should have if we need to use at certain point of time during activations or after activating the network license, we can use we should keep this LM tool with us, and also the license check dongle reader to create and check technical issues of the license server. Okay, so I have the license server setup here, exe, and I have different other tools as we discussed. I have the Rocky dongle reader. I have LM tools and license checker and all other tools. So basically I will start, I need to take the serial number, copy the serial number, and I need to go to this and I'll run the license server setup. Now it's telling us that if you are using lock, then you should use the lock. You should insert the lock to the right port of the server. So I already inserted the lock to the right port, USB port. So now I have two options. I can go either on request license or I can choose manage license server. So in my case, I need to choose request license. If I choose manage license server, it will be like this. It will ask you to install or update, add license file to the server or uninstall license files. But on my case, I'll choose request license because I have only serial number, no license. So I need to request license online. So I can go to next and this screen will appear. So now I can see the lock number. It's displaying the lock number. So I attach the lock to the right port and the registration wizard detecting the lock, and it's showing me on this. So I can paste the serial number I have, press next, and this is a check for me to see this is my server name and all other details. I can copy the server name for now, or I can go to, okay, so let's go and press next, and these are 4 different options. We can choose request license online. On request license online, the registration wizard will connect to the CSoft license server and will fetch one license from there and store on your local system or local server. I should go to CSoft folder in C drive. I can turn on the folder visibility, hidden folder. So program data, CSoft. So this is the folder. I have a license file already, so that is okay. So basically, if you choose request license online, the registration wizard will connect to the server and throw a license to your local server. Or you can choose a request license by email. If you choose that, so one auto email will be generated and that you need to send to us to get a license from CSoft. And then you can actually manage CSoft license server and show the license path and install license server. Or you can print and then you can set to support. Support links are in the description, so you can see the link and go to the ticket system and generate a ticket and request for the license. Or you can also save the license request to a certain file and you can email to us. So on my case, I will choose request license online. Before that, I would like to remove the license file for a time being, because this is my activated license. I'm using the license right now. But I'll keep the license out from the locations where the server will deposit the license. So I'll keep out that license. Press next. So now it's connecting to the server. So I received the license. So it's, on this case, it's generated a separate directory. So I received the license successfully. So this is the server license. So this is the license. So next, and now I identify the license file. So I just shown the license file here. Is the, you can see the file. So program files, I'll go to CSoft. Sorry, I should go to program data, CSoft, license server, and the license file. This next, and on this window, this is basically telling you the applications will run by default using 27,000 to 27,009, any of the port in between that can use, or you can specify a separate port by clicking specify for both, for license server and for the vendor daemon as well. So you can choose specify, and then you can write the available port on this. On my case, I will use the default, but on your case, you can use the port number, specific port number. And remember, you should click allow communication through firewall and also the server instead of this host. Press next. So now it started installing the license server. So license server installed successfully. We'll press next and finish. So the license server should install correctly. So all of this came from the license server installations to these folders, to this directory. Okay, so you can go to LM tools, double click on the exe, and now you can see the server configured on this. So it's taking the license. You can view the log from this. So you can generate the log. You can copy and you can paste to text file to send. So this is the log you can see. Okay, so now let's go to client system. So this is my client system IP, and I'll try to access my client system. I'll switch user. I'll use this username Okay, so this is my client system. Now I should go to start all programs, CSoft, where I had installed Image Pro 18. So I'll go to the registration wizard. I'll start the registration wizard and then connect to license server. Next, we'll paste the IP of the server. That's my system. Next, yes, finish. So now Image should run on the client system. CSoft, Image Pro 18, Image Pro. So the application start, if I go to help and about, now I can verify. So this is the server name. So basically, and the product ID, that's the serial number I had used on the server, and that's my server name. So the application is actually running using the license server. So now I close the applications. Now if I remove the lock, so if I remove the lock from the server, just go to the LM tool that's on C drive, program data, CSoft, license server, and so third. And now if I click on request license and click next, so it's the lock is actually inserted now to the server. So if I remove the lock from the server and I just remove the lock from the USB port and try to run the same registration wizard one more time, the lock is showing attached, so there is no lock. Basically, so under these conditions, if I go to the client system again and try to run the same applications, that's Image Pro 18, CSoft Pro 18, and I'll run the application, it should not start. The application should not start. I can ping the server, that's 192.168.1.118. So I have pinged from the server, but the application did not start because of the server license. Because I removed the lock, so the license server is not working. I insert the lock again to the server, so things should work fine now. Okay, so now let's go to C drive and find the license setup directory, and what we want to do is to remove the license server now. So we know that we have a license file. This is our license file, so we can copy the license file and we can keep the license file to somewhere in this folder. So basically this is my license file, and so to remove the license file, we need to go to manage license server. We click next. So license server is running. First thing, I should stop running the license server on the server system. So I click on this to stop the license server. So it's not running now. I should choose uninstall license server, and it's telling me the license will still be there in the directory. So I should yes, I want to remove. So the license server will be removed from the location. So next, finish. And I can delete everything. I can go to the program data and delete the entire license server. After restart, we can go to the CSoft license server setup.exe. That's the executive file again to run it. Basically, now I would like to show you, instead of the serial number, if you would have received license file, then how do you actually activate or install the CSoft license server. So on this case, in the previous case, we had selected the request license online through this option, request license, and now we would like to choose manage license server. So go to next, and we'll say we should choose install and upgrade license server. So click next, specify the license file. On this case, I have the license file on this particular folder. So this is my license file. We can copy the path. So I'll use this license. My USB lock is inserted to the right USB port. Click next, and so the directory is created now. This is the directory, and the license file should drop on this. I click next, and now on this, so the TCP port and Windows firewall settings will appear. So on this, you have the TCP port for the license server and for the vendor daemon. You can choose default, so 27000 to 27009, any of the port will TCP. You can use default, or you can mention the port by selecting specify port number. So in my case, I can choose default, and you should be allow the license server to communicate through firewall, and as we did before, you should turn on this options, because on the license file we already assigned the server name. Next, and it will install the license server again. So basically, if I need, I can remove the license server at any point of time, and using the same license file, I can install the license server using specific port number to communicate. I'll make a separate video where I will show how to check the available port on a system, or the ports are being used in the system. So I'll make it separate video, and I'll drop the link somewhere on the description of this video. So press next. So license server is installed now. Okay, so from on the server system, if I try to run WYSIMAGE, so WYSIMAGE opens, and I should check the license. So basically, it's taking license from the server. So I set up the license server again using the license I had received from the CSoft. So in both the cases, if you have received serial number, you can install the license server and call the license file from the CSoft server. And if in case you already received the license file and try to activate or install license server, that can also be done. And you can specify the TCP port for server and for the vendor daemon as well. You can go to support.csoft.com and browse to license. Just click on the license. So you have different questions. That's FAQ. Basically, you can find all of this FAQ listed here for your knowledge. So you can go to the support and you can read the different questions you have. And all the tools or utility or the license server are used on the video. You can download from this. You can go to license server directory and you can choose the latest to download the latest license server. So this is the latest license server setup you can download from. And obviously you can go to support to generate a support ticket. Just sign in and generate a support ticket to get help from our support department. Okay, so thank you very much for your time. If you have further queries, you can comment. Obviously, we will definitely try to help on that. And you should read the video description as well, because and all the related informations will be available on the video description. So thanks again. Bye bye.